Okay, guys, we're on time and we already have more than 250 people who have already joined. So we'll start the call. So hello everyone, welcome to the fourth community call hosted by Polynomial. For those who are joining us for the first time, I'll just give you guys a brief introduction about Polynomial. So Polynomial is a DeFi derivatives powerhouse that already has a few derivative products live and plans to introduce many more in the future. Today's call is all about understanding the current state of Polynomial, where the products which we have already launched are, how they're performing, and what exciting things lie right around the corner. Today with us in the panel, we also have Lito, who's joining us from Cryptotesters, and Ksett, who's joining us from the Lyra team. So first of all, before we start, I would just ask Lito and Ksett to just introduce themselves to the Polynomial community.
Sure. Should I start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm Lito. As you said, I'm the founder of Cryptotesters, which is an education platform. And I'm also leading growth at Hop.exchange, which if you're using Optimism and other L2s, you probably know it's a bridge protocol. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And also a big fan of Polynomial.
Yeah, and we love having you here. Hey, yeah, please go ahead, Ksett.
Hi, I'm Ksett. I'm a team member over at Lyra, and I work on leading our integrations department. I also have a traditional finance background in options trading, and I've been an early member of the Polynomial community, so I'm a really big fan of them and really happy to see these two projects kind of come together.
Thank you so much, Ksett, for being with us today. Okay, guys, first of all, we gotta get it out of the way. Optimism token launch is one of the most talked things right now. So Gautam, Ksett, Lito, what are your initial thoughts about it? Please feel free to talk and pitch in when the other person is talking.
Sure. So yeah, my thoughts on it are that it's really dope. I'm super excited. I think it's gonna really give a boost to the whole L2 ecosystem. Obviously starting with Optimism, but I'm sure we'll see other layer 2s following like Arbitrum and ZK Sync already hinted at it. But for Optimism, the impact will be quite instant because they're really far in the plans to launch a token. And I first when they announced the airdrop 2 weeks ago, I was a tiny bit disappointed because I felt like it was not really rewarding very active and very loyal Optimism users. It wasn't rewarding them significantly more than others that had just lurked into the ecosystem bridge once or twice. And I and I'm sure many here in this call have been heavily active in Optimism, staking on synthetics and using Polynomial vaults as soon as they launched and LPing in Lyra, and then that wasn't really rewarded. There was a real opportunity cost of doing so. At the time when we used Optimism, there was maybe some other people were using Phantom and Avalanche because that was the new hot thing. And so there was an opportunity cost to having your liquidity on Optimism, but big believers would do it. And so when they announced yesterday this second fund that would go to projects and projects on Optimism that would then be free to distribute it as they think is appropriate. I think that's really cool, and we've already seen Lyra that said that they would retroactively distribute some tokens to LPs, and I also love the multiplier for Optimism native projects. I think that's very fair, and that really made me change my opinion quite a lot on how this airdrop is executed.
Yeah, okay. I think absolutely the multiplier is huge. Certainly Polynomial and Lyra both took risks launching there, and it's definitely going to be a huge advantage for both of us to incentivize our ecosystems and, build out as much liquidity as possible, as well as, something for some of our early users. I think a lot of people have the same feelings as you, Lito, on sort of the really early users. And while this is definitely more of a forward-looking airdrop, I think it's great to include, the early users as best we can.
Absolutely. I heard Lyra is... Sorry, Gautam, please continue.
For us also, we got a generous optimism drop. We will I guess everyone would be asking how we will be distributing these tokens. We have just started we just got the information today, so we will drop to you guys how we will do the best to incentivize the community going forward and people who have used us in the past as well. So we'll let you guys know in a few days.
That's awesome. I didn't check actually. Did you also get the multiplier?
Yeah, we got 900k token. So it was 300k and then we got a 3x multiplier. So if you're an OP native project, you get 3x, which is pretty cool. The funny thing is they took snapshot on 1st of April and we launched on 31st of March. And if we would have delayed the launch.
Pretty lucky.
Yeah. So that was perfect timing.
Yeah, the launch. Yep. Okay, so before we go ahead, Gautam is from the Polynomial core team. And Gautam, the first question that I have is for you. It has been one vault since Polynomial earn vaults have been live. How has it been going? What are the initial outcomes? How do things look right now?
So when we launched the vaults, we wanted to prove to people that we can do on-chain options completely. So currently most vaults have been selling to off-chain market makers, and we started with two vaults, BTC, an ETH covered call vault and a put selling vault, and the response has been overwhelming, right? I haven't seen the vaults empty ever, and they get even there is a small gap, they get filled so fast. And we have currently at 3 million TVL, and we have generated around 50k for our users in the past 1 month. So that is pretty cool. And so this gives us a lot of headway into what we can do in the future. And the APY is approximately 20% for everyone per year. It's very hard to calculate APY when you are an option selling vault. So the weekly values, it's better to just ignore them and see how it happened in the past.
Great.
And we have been also... Yeah, the community has been growing as well. We have around 12k followers on Twitter, and the Discord is now at 6.5k. And we are really grateful for all the people who have been part of this community from a very long time, and it's been quite a while. Ksett, I think she joined in November. I think a lot of the people I see in the community have been here for 5-6 months now. It's been really cool building with you guys and launching the product, and the response has been really, really great.
That sounds great, man. Okay, so talking about the old products are performing really well, and of course there'll be a lot of enhancements going forward. But the hot topic right now is about the new vault, the Delta Neutral, or should I call it the Gamma vault, that you guys have been talking on Twitter. So I'm going to invite Salman from Polynomial, who's going to talk about this new vault and all the exciting things that he can give us right now.
Hi guys. Till now, Polynomial has been building vaults which are familiar to everyone, covered call and put selling vaults. But today we want to take a step forward and innovate, build something which is only possible if you're using an on-chain AMM. This new vault that we want to introduce today is a fucking game changer, right? It uses multiple derivatives at the same time, so you can call it a binomial vault if you want. It employs a delta neutral strategy which combines options and perps. This is the first on-chain vault which collects gamma instead of resorting to collecting theta. And unlike others, this will not be a weekly vault nor a daily vault. This would be a dynamically timed vault which will allow users to withdraw freely in short-term time bursts. This vault employs a strategy which buys a call option which strike close to current spot and shorts the net delta via perps using synthetic future markets to create a delta neutral position. Vault closes the trade in mini epochs every 8 hours, and if the vault makes profit or hits stop loss. The vault otherwise automatically closes the position in 2 days because the theta losses would offset the gamma profits that would be earned. We backtested this strategy a lot, and we'll be releasing a blog post soon for all the details regarding this particular strategy. The vault works very, very well when the market is volatile, and not so much when the market is relatively stagnant, but that wouldn't be a huge problem because crypto is known to be volatile. Since this vault is experimental and unaudited, we will only be open for whitelisted users as a way to give back to the community. It will be open for Cryptotesters, NFT holders, and previous vault depositors. Lastly, the vault will be capped and will be live next week. Also, please remember, Polynomial is not responsible for imaginary solutions to quadratic equations.
Okay, Sarma. And is there some per user limit when it comes to depositing to this experimental vault? Because you mentioned it's going to be like in the beginning, it's going to be a little bit experimental and only open to like few of the users.
Yeah, that is something that we have been doing. Like even for our covered call and put selling vault, we wanted to make sure that not only just whales get into the vault. So for the current vaults, there is a 50k limit per user.
Yeah.
Lito came up with that idea. So like similarly, like we will be having a cap for this vault as well. So each user will have a deposit limit, and only few people would be able to get into this vault because it's like very experimental. And let's see how it goes. I would like to get like your initial response, like Lito and Ksett, like what do you guys think about it?
That's really cool.
I mean,
what delta are you guys planning to target with the strategy?
Yeah, so like we will be buying.
Do we not know yet?
Yeah, no, like we'll be buying options from in a like a 0.4 to 0.6 delta, and then we will like short it and make the delta neutral. So it will be net delta 0. Yeah, that's what we're planning.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean this sort of like basis trading strategy is really an interesting application and a way to really leverage the optimism and synthetics ecosystem to put this strategy together. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, I'm super excited too. Everything that is like new in DeFi, I'm always loving it and one of the first to try it out. So this gets me really excited. Do you already know what the total vault limit will be at the beginning?
We're thinking of keeping it small, maybe 50k, something like that. Okay. Yeah. And what are you like looking out for? Like what would be a success and what would be a failure that would, lead to you guys like not continuing with that experiment?
So the idea for us to run this vault for a month or so that it can mimic, like we have the simulations and we want to see if the vault actually performs similar to our simulation. If it works, like it will be a good deal for the end user, and we want to make sure that happens. So if the vault can overall make profit to the end user, then we'll expand the vault and open it to everyone. So that's the idea.
Cool. And finally, if it does work out, is this a vault that can potentially scale a lot more than the current ones that are at the moment at least a bit limited by the depth of the Lyra AMM, and I believe they have some changes as well in the pipeline that will help with that. But I'm curious if this basis trading strategy is like more scalable in the short term.
Yeah, like one of the things that this will do is it's a bit technical, but currently, like when we sell, the delta goes down and then we reach a delta cutoff. So Lyra has a delta cutoff, like a small value, and we won't be able to sell anymore. That's the issue. But since we are buying like near at the money call options, so there will be no issue in like buying more options. So this is something that we can certainly scale and bring it up to bigger numbers. So it's a really good vault, like if you want to deposit money, and if the market is moving very rapidly, then this vault will make a lot of money.
I love that.
Someone asked that why we chose 0.4 to 0.6 delta. So the idea is basically to collect gamma profits. So the gamma is highest when the spot price is closest to the option strike price. So around 0.4 to 0.6 is where we can get most gamma. So that's the idea.
Sounds good, Movaris. Thanks for the explanation. Okay, so this was about the delta or delta neutral or the gamma vault, but there's something that we want the community to be suggesting us. So we are looking for a name for this new vault. So if you guys have any suggestions for this new vault, please drop the name in the chat. And as usual, we'll put it to vote, and whatever name wins, we'll name the vault like as per that suggestion. Okay, so next, Lito, I have a question for you. Like, what is Cryptotesters NFT? Like, we have been hearing a lot about it lately, and like, what is the vision behind it?
So yeah, as I mentioned before, I'm the founder of Cryptotesters, and it started as like an education platform 4 years ago, and then just the website basically, and I was putting out like blog posts and other forms of educational content, and then a year and a half ago, I started building a community around that on both Telegram and Discord, and then the community was getting bigger and bigger, and at some point I was like, I kind of want to limit this growth, because I think for that type of community that I was trying to build, I didn't want it to become like 10,000 people or anything, and anything much bigger than what it currently is, and so I thought it would be cool to just experiment with membership NFTs and token gate the Discord and the Telegram, and the community is in my opinion quite a special place. We have a lot of very cool DeFi builders and power users and researchers and VCs and so on, and it's just a great place where connections are being made, where people help each other out, where alpha is being shared. It's a great place, and I want to take this to the next level. I think membership NFTs help strengthening like a shared identity among people, so I like that about it. I also think like NFTs will more and more become like loyalty cards, in that they can unlock certain benefits across DeFi when held in a wallet. So for example, you just mentioned that they will give preferential access into your new vaults, things like this, right? So, and there's so much more, but like I don't want to like monopolize this discussion, but like if you have any follow-up questions, happy to answer, obviously.
Okay.
So like to summarize in like a sentence, it's a community of like Web3 enthusiasts, and that's pretty much it.
That's an interesting thought of like that the NFTs are gonna be limiting the community, and it'll be like giving some extra access to the people who have been loyal to the community. Yeah, sorry, Gautam, go ahead.
The main reason why we chose Cryptotesters community is because like they have been helping us a lot with our growth. Even when we launched our testnet, people in Cryptotesters gave us like feedback, and has been like a lot of the people who have joined in our community from the beginning are from Cryptotesters. So we wanted to make sure we pay back to that community as well.
Love it.
That sounds good, man. Okay, next we have Ashish from Polynomial core team as well. So Ashish, are we planning to add any new assets to the existing covered call or put selling vaults? Like, when are the other tokens gonna get some love from the Polynomial team?
Yeah. So first of all, like, hey guys, first of all, I would like to say that how grateful we are to this community for the huge response over our ETH covered call and put selling vaults. We also increased recently the vaults capacity from 1 million to 1.5, and the vaults also like got filled within hours. That was crazy. So now we are planning to launch BTC vault tomorrow sometime
for covered call and put selling. And the vaults will be capped at 500,000 each, and to deposit in the vault you need SBTC, and the procedure to get SBTC will be same as getting SETH. Also, each user will be limited to a maximum amount that can be deposited, and the amount we'll let you guys know during the announcement on Discord and Twitter. So yeah, tomorrow sometime we'll have a new BTC vault.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so new vault is gonna be added tomorrow, and that sounds amazing. Okay, Gautam, any thoughts on that? What do you think is gonna be the response from the community?
I think it will get filled fast. But let's see how it goes.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, one cool thing
Why not-
we're adding is a put selling vault for BTC. That's not there much. So that would be cool to see how people react to it.
Yeah, let's see. That sounds
Yeah.
great, man. So basically, there are two new vaults which are gonna be coming up very soon. One of them gonna come tomorrow, which is the BTC vault, and the other
Yeah.
Delta Neutral vault, which is going to be experimental. That's gonna come sometime next week. But we'll keep the community posted, and we'll tell at least a few hours before the launch of every vault, right?
Yeah, the BTC vaults will launch in 24 hours. Two of them, put selling and covered call.
That's amazing. Okay, so till now, the Polynomial has been selling approximately 3 million options on Lyra weekly. So, Ksett, this question is for you. The Polynomial has been selling 3 million options on Lyra weekly. Do you see any second-order effects on the AMM of Lyra due to this?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I just was going back through some of our Dune boards, and it looks like for April we were about $57 million worth of notional volume. So if you guys are close to 12 million of that, then you're, a very high percentage, 15 to 20% or more. And certainly the higher they raise the caps, we've obviously seen some compressed volatility. I think Lyra has been generally higher than some of the other exchanges, and with Polynomials has compressed that quite a bit, which we're going to work on. But anything that's driving volume and trading to the AMM is going to just help us sort of prove our concept of a market making strategy as well. So it's really fantastic.
So,
Okay.
so is this why you guys in Mike this was a question asked in the community. So there was a post by Mike from Lyra, and you guys have decided to give some portion of the OP incentives to the builders. What is the core reason why you guys decided to do?
Yeah, I mean, basically, we've had a lot of spirited discussions about what to do with the OP rewards, but sort of there's two components of Lyra that make it successful, and one is the AMM and the level of liquidity in there and the profitability of the AMM, and the other is the traders that are interacting and trading with the AMM that are going to eventually drive profits to the AMM. So builders and anyone that's going to drive consistent trading volume and be a long-term partner that is going to not only grow your TVL as a protocol, but also increase trading volume over the long term for Lyra is a huge target for us to incentivize and keep those types of builders with us driving that volume.
Okay. That sounds good. Gautam, does it answer?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So people have also the current vaults, the capacity fills as soon as we open them. Within a few hours, it's filled. So a lot of people have been asking about the capacity. When are we gonna increase the capacity of the ETH vaults? So Gautam, what are the limitations that we are facing? Why we are not able to increase the caps too much? Could you please explain that, or what is the plan to increase the capacity of the vaults?
So the biggest issue we have is that when we sell options, we start selling options at a 15 delta, and
Okay.
Lyra has a delta cutoff. So every time we sell options in batches, right? So every time
Yeah.
we sell, the delta decreases, and after a while it reaches the delta cutoff, which is like 8.5, and if it goes under it, then we won't be able to sell options anymore. So due
Okay.
to that, what happens is that we reach delta cutoff like after like selling like 70% of the vault, and then we won't be able to sell anymore. So the possible solution is either Lyra will decrease their delta cutoff, or there is like more liquidity in the pool so that the starting delta is doesn't move every time that we sell options. I guess Ksett can give you like a bit more
Yes,
understanding
since you
of
already
this.
have Ksett here from Lyra, so Ksett, what do you think about this? Like, how can we solve this, or like, what are your initial thoughts on this, basically?
Yeah, absolutely. And Gotham is right on both counts of how we can sort of work on this problem. One is we are working very hard on the back end to test and make sure that we can offer lower and lower delta options to keep trading available for Polynomial and for other integrations. And we're also going to, I think in our governance discussion yesterday, one of our founders, Nick, said basically with the OP incentives, this is going to be the time for us to really throw the kitchen sink at AMM liquidity. And, we're going to, right now, the TVL and the liquidity is pretty low pre-Avalon, but once Avalon is launched, I think we will, as quickly as possible, near double or triple our standard size to reduce slippage. There will be, trading rewards as well that Polynomial will get on top of, we can obviously discuss the builder rewards. Yeah. Big rewards for AMM deposits.
I heard a term called Avalon in between, and I know all of us are really excited about that. So we really want a sneak peek of like what is there for us, or what is there for people in Avalon. Like, can you just give us a sneak peek about the product and all the new features that it brings to the platform?
Yeah, absolutely. So Avalon will offer the biggest change is going to be partial collateralization for traders. So that will be another opportunity for Polynomial if you want to create some vault strategies that are more capital efficient for people. You can use partial collateralization. We'll also have rolling expiries out to 12 weeks, which will be much better for vault execution, so that every time we have a new round that you're not executing on a Friday night or Saturday morning everywhere. It makes it a lot harder to arb those vols back in place when no one is around. We're also going to have something called anytime entry exit to the AMM, where you can sort of signal a deposit or withdrawal at any time, so we can incentivize those pools based on utilization to move more liquidity where it's needed, which will help us reduce slippage and get you guys better fills as well. I think
that sounds great. Okay, Mobile, good news for you. Basically, like, you won't have to like spend those nights on Friday.
Yeah, that is correct.
With rolling, that sounds great.
We start staying up at like 12 at night and we sleep at 7 in the morning on Fridays.
Yeah.
Okay, Gautam, how do you think like we're gonna benefit from Polynomial, and the community is gonna benefit from the Avalon releases? Like, what are your thoughts about it?
So if you guys look at the vault at the moment, the APY is quite low, right? Like the vault is giving 8% and 6% APY. That is because like Lyra has this like board system where like they start a board each month. So the first one, they start at like a delta which is very close to deribit. So then we actually sell it at a lower price than how we usually sell on Lyra. So this means more APY essentially for users. And the second thing is like we can sell options with any asset in the future. So we are looking into new strategies like short volatility, which we have teased in the past, which is basically selling a call option and a put option at the same time. So we'll be releasing a short volatility vault soon. And also like partial collateralization is coming, which is pretty cool, which basically means that you don't need to sell one option. So we can sell like 0.8 ETH and sell one option, so we can get higher APY. And if we can sell at a lower risk, so what we can offer is like we can sell lower risk strike prices with like higher APY. So that is like one more thing that we are looking forward to. But Avalon is in a month, and like that will be really cool, and we are like really looking forward to it. And also like the liquidity is increasing, right? If the liquidity is increasing, the APY will be like much better.
Sounds great, man.
Yeah,
All
we
the features.
definitely. One other thing I wanted to mention was that we'll have cash collateralized short calls or stable collateralized. So you could sell essentially a straddle or a strangle or some sort of strategy where you aren't necessarily long delta exposure.
Okay. Okay, all these new features sound
Yeah.
great, and I hope they're gonna help us increase the APY. Yeah, Mubarak, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so we actually were planning to do a short volatility in the current version of Lyra, and like we had the simulations running, and because since you had exposure to both ETH and USD at the same time, we had some troubles. That's why we pushed launching the short volatility and waiting for Avalon. So very excited for that.
Sounds great. Okay, I'll be switching the topic a little bit and coming back to Lito now. So Lito, you are like heavily involved in the growth at Hop, and in the latest blog post, Hop mentioned about decentralization of its governance. So could you please explain to us and the community like more about what this decentralization of governance means?
Yes, sorry, I wasn't able to unmute myself. Yeah, I mean, you saw the update yesterday, so like indeed, it means we're decentralizing the protocol. But yeah, I can't go too much into detail, unfortunately. But like, rest assured, the updates are gonna follow very soon, like this week, and so we'll be able to share more. But right now, yeah, nothing to share, unfortunately. I would love to.
We tried to get something out of it.
It was worth it. I would have done the same.
Yeah, like we'll keep trying. Let's see.
But yeah, I'm very excited. Like, I think we're in a very good state as a project. You know, we've built very organic traction. People really like the product and use it. And you know, L2s are taking off, so it just seems like we have a lot of momentum, and it's the right time to do this. And I'm super excited because I was really looking forward to this stage, you know, where you build in the open and it stops just you as a small team, like kind of working behind the doors and not being able to share too much with your community because it's, you know, for a lot of reasons, legal and strategic and so on. But now this is over, and you know, it's the time where we'll be able to involve people, and we really want to be like we said in a blog post yesterday, like a community-led bridge. Like other bridges have not done an air. Sorry, I'm not gonna. I haven't said anything there. I sort of leaked something there, but no, others have not taken this community-led approach, in my opinion. So we are we see bridges as being like a public infrastructure where it's like of vital interest to everyone in the Web3 space, and so it shouldn't be like centralized, both in the governance of the protocol, but also in like, you know, the technical aspects of it. Like it shouldn't be centralized. So yeah.
I think if we let you keep speaking, we'll get some of the insider news for sure.
Sorry?
No, nothing. I said like I think if we let you keep speaking on this topic, we might get some of the insider news.
Yeah, exactly. I should stop talking.
Okay, so next I'm gonna call upon Akhil, who's from the Polynomial team. So the community has like been the center of all these things. Like it could not have been possible without the engagement of the community. Anything that we are doing today, even when the vaults are empty, we just put like one small message in the community, and the community takes care of the rest. So like Akhil, like what are some cool things that are planned like for the community, or the community can expect in the next few weeks?
Hey guys, so I think from this call the community will be very happy because the most repeated question from the community was like when we will increase the cap. We already announced like we will be introducing two vaults. One was Gamma Vault and BTC Vault. So I think the community will be very happy on they will get exposure to our vaults. I think we will launch in 24 hours. So it will be very happy for the community side. So also we are planning to come up with some exciting challenges for the community. We are planning with some quizzes for the community in weekly basis, and we are also planning some Twitter spaces with some of the projects. So yeah, very exciting times ahead for Polynomial, and I want to thank all of the community members for keep with us. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I
That
guess
sounds great, man. Yeah.
no. Like if anybody has any questions, just let us know on the chat.
Please feel free to drop any questions. We have Ksett, we have Lito, we have all the Polynomial team right here. And also, guys, we do need suggestions for the delta neutral vault's name. Till now, we have got like an exciting suggestion called Taylor Vault. So keep those suggestions coming, guys.
So where can I read those? I'm really curious. Which
So
channel?
we have started a thread inside General in the community call.
It's the channel is called Community Call.
Yeah, community
tagged
call
you over
for
there.
discussion.
Just mentioned you on the thread, Lito. Anyone else has any questions, please like drop them. This is the time to drop. Salman, Mubaris, Nikhil, Akhil, Ashish. Anyone has any questions?
I've pinned the thread on General, so it's easier to find.
Okay.
Spartan Vault.
Yeah, you need to be courageous to go into those vaults. So, and it's built on synthetics.
I thought it was because of synthetics, yeah.
FFS World. Here we are. Okay, I think we're gonna put these names to a vote, and let's see what happens.
We are Gamma make it.
I like these, Jay Weinman. Shout out to you, the author of our short put articles. Very nice.
Are we selecting the name in the community call itself?
No. We'll do it later.
We're just asking for the suggestions. We'll put it to vote after this.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, guys. Anything else, Gautam, that I might be missing? Okay, first of all, before we go to that, so the cool and exciting things that are gonna come next week, and also like within 24 hours. First of all, the new BTC vault that's gonna launch within 24 hours. You will keep seeing new messages and tweets on like through all the Discord server will also be like active, and ask any doubts about it. Like we'll be posting continuously. So the BTC vault is gonna be like live within 24 hours, and the delta neutral vault, for now I'm gonna call it delta neutral vault. We'll find a better name for it. That's gonna be like live within like 1 week. So those are the two major updates from Polynomial, and of course the launch of Avalon, and how Hop is planning to do something that they don't want to give us a lot of information about right now around governance. Those are the two major updates from this meeting. Anything that I'm missing, guys?
That sounds good.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining the call. Thank you. We almost touched 550 also in between in the call, and right now also like at the end of the call we are like 540. That's amazing. Thank you like Ksett, Lito, and the whole Polynomial team for joining. And like see you guys in the next community call. Bye guys.
Bye bye.
Everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.